Hey there, StarCraft fans, it's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today for your Patreon cast for the week of June the 13th, 2024, it's going to be Rogue and Clem here on Oceanborn from ESL Spring 2024. Top left, it's going to be Rogue. Bottom right, it's going to be Clem here. So an excellent ZVT featuring two incredible players, man. Clem is one of the best Terran players in the world, if not the best. And in the top left, it's going to be a Rogue, one of the four horsemen of Zerg. He just got back from military service, so I think he's a little bit rusty. But we will see if he can handle Clem, who is not back from military service. There is no mandatory military service in France, as far as I know. So no proxies here. Hatch first in it, so just a little bit of a safe opening here from both of these players. Checking for proxies is this Overlord and this Overlord, but they will not find them, but it doesn't mean you do not need to look if you are Zerg. Right. I don't know why this... This Overlord is not searching for proxies. This one is. I don't know why it wouldn't send it down here or... I don't know, over here. This is a good place for proxies, but... I don't know, maybe Rogue's game sense says Clem is not proxying me, so I don't have to look very, very hard for proxies. Anyway, it's going to be Reaper expand timing here from Clem. Reaper on the way, spawning pool on the way as well. I do always enjoy this little bug inside buildings that are morphing in StarCraft 2. What do you think it turns into? Is there always a bug inside the spawning pool that we can't see? SCV scouting. Knowing it's a hatch first. And Reaper. So the Reaper's name here is... What's it going to be? It's going to be Rick Astley from Waldo. BGs is never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and desert you. Or is it hurt you? What's the first line there? I don't know. I've been Rickrolled nearly enough to know what that is. Oh, and the SCV block on the third base is sick. What do I always say? I say, why don't you ever block the third base for Zergs, Reaper? And the Reaper's like, well, I don't have to do it if the... Hang on. Save him. Save your buddy. Oh, he saves him. Kills the drone that meant to be a third base. SCV's done his job. Third base is delayed. That's what I always have been asking for. Why don't you delay the third base for the Zerg? It hurts, man. It hurts way more than killing, like, I don't know, maybe a drone over here or a Ling with your Reaper. Like, come on. I need more of that. I need more of like a 20, 30-second delay on the third base for the Zerg. That's got to be more. Got to be worth way more. And look, the third base is already up and rolling here from Clem, sub 3-minute third. We know that works. And just 1-1 winning it behind it or in the middle of it, right? Factory done. Starport on the way. And so far, so good from both of these players. Rick Astley does have the one kill, right? The one drone kill. These Lings don't have speed yet, man. So, like, just, you know, there's a dead Ling. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, right? You can still get your dead Zerglings if speed's not done yet. And you can delay the third base for a minute. And I think it's a win-win-win here for our guy, Clem. Yeah, look deep into the waters of the spawning pool. That's not even water, though, is it? Look deep into the goop of the spawning pool. And what do we find? I don't know. I feel like maybe there's something in there, but it's not moving. The goop is shimmering, though. I don't know. Anyway, Hellions out. Ling scouted that and got roasted for it. No big deal. I don't know. No, they didn't scout this third CC. They did not scout it. Banshees on the way. We're going to give them... Oh, we're going to give them Cloak, too. So Cloak Banshees on the follow-up here for Clem. You know, a lot of options for what you can do as a Terran player to try to harass the ever-loving heck out of a Zerg player. You got Liberators, you got Banshees, you got Hellions, you got Hellbats, you got Mass Reaper, you got little weird Marine timings. Like, that's the whole point of this race Terran, is that you harass the Zerg player, slow them down, force them to get delays on their bases, force them to make Lings and Queens instead of making just drones, because every Zerg player, if they could, would literally just make nothing but drones for the first 10 minutes of every game. I mean, they don't even have to make it for that long. The first 6 minutes of every game, 4 minutes. If all they had to do was make drones and no queens were necessary, I guess for injects. But, like, you don't need extra queens, right? For defense and stuff. And these minerals could be used for drones. Dude, every Zerg player would win every game ever against Terrans. So that's why you do it. You pressure, you force them to spend money on things other then the drones, and then Rogue only has 54 workers at 5 minutes instead of like 78, which he would have otherwise. I'm not sure the math checks out there, but that's what it feels like to me. So, third base, gonna land here from Clem. Clem is very good at being multiple places at once. It's one of his superpowers. And Banshee, killing some drones. Where are you? There you are. Oh, he scanned the main, I guess just to see if there was a spore there, and there was. So 3 drones go down to Cloak Banshee. You usually don't have 1 Cloak Banshee. Yeah, there's 2. I was gonna say, if you get Cloak, you get 2 Banshees. It's not worth the upgrade, man. It's like getting Metabolic Boost and all you make is 4 Zerglings. It's like, that's not worth it at all. Although, what if you want to tech switch into Lings later a little bit? Then you wish you had Metabolic Boost. Maybe not a good comparison. I guess you could tech switch back into Banshees. Like if you wanted, right? Oh man, these queens are off creep. This is beautiful from Clem. This opening, I'm not going to call it perfect. Because like, well, he hasn't lost anything. Let's call it a perfect opening. Let's do it. As far as macro openings go, ooh, this is a nice little pick-off, though. A couple SCVs go down to the sling run by. Banshees, and again, delay the 4th base. That's absolutely a cancel. Big-time cancel. Drone dies 2. 6 stufflings fighting a Hellion, but more Marines and stuff are back there. All right, so some stuff is out here from Clem, but seriously, he's really slowed Rogue down. I know you look at it and say 62 workers is being slowed down. I promise you it is. Clem's at 58 workers, right? Plus he's got mules, so that's fantastic. Income advantage for Rogue for a minute, but it's going back down into Clem's side here. Just Lings, right? 0-0 Speedlings trying to deal with this, but Siege Tank Hellion cleans it up. Some Marines did give their lives, but SCVs didn't go down, and that's okay. That was a good trade. A bunch of Lings have died here. 34 Lings have died. 7 Marines have died. Banshees are back into the main base. Banshees got 5 kills and 4 kills, and another queen dies. Banshees have killed 3 queens today. Clem is on points, on his game. Ate his Wheaties. People don't say ate his Wheaties anymore. That's a marketing campaign from like the 80s and 90s, and maybe earlier. That's how old I am. But, okay, never mind. We lost a Banshee to a Spore. Not quite as good, but man, 10 kills on that Banshee is really not bad at all. Total of 16 drones have gone down. A Banshee's died 2. It's still triple digits in resources lost for Clem at 7 minutes, which is pretty cool. Overlord goes down. 2,300 resources lost now from Clem. Double expanding Rogue. He's like, I got to make up for the fact that my 4th base is late by getting a 5th base at the same time. And then Clem says, what if I showed up right when you're trying to double expand with like Marines and Medivacs and maybe, ooh, some Hellbats with an armory on the way. How do you feel about this? And Rogue says, I've got Banelings, so good luck with that. Centrifugal Hooks is done in 7 seconds. But if you get a surround on the Marines, the Banelings can connect with them. So that's nice. You guys remember Destiny? Oh gosh, Baneling. Okay, good connections. Good connections by Rogue. Pretty solid trade there, I'd say. Man, the early days of Wings of Liberty, I want to say, like he published a guide about how you're dealing with Marines as a Zerg player. You got to get the Lings wrapped behind the Marines, and then the Banelings come crashing into them so they can't run. And then he went fully political, and now Destiny is known as this like political commentator guy. It's weird, man. The internet's a weird place sometimes. Banelings do connect. 10 SCVs go down. What the what? Oh, but then also, big attack up here at the 4th base. It's gonna die again. Okay, this game is absolutely crazy. I gotta see real quick, though. I must see. Where did we get 10 SCV kills? Did those Banelings connect with 10 SCVs? There's only 18. Okay, with 3 on gas over here. I guess maybe the math. Okay, so Lings get in. Okay, so they pick up a couple SCVs here. So that's already 2, 3, and then... Okay, so like they got 6 or 7 of them with the Baneling hits. I don't know if that was good trades, honestly. Yeah, Siege Tank. Good anti-Baneling unit for sure. Hatch goes down. There's the scan. Creep Tumor's getting murderized. It will recede fairly quickly here, especially with the Hatch gone. Lings wrap around. There we go. And they're really good against tanks because tanks can't run away from them. And there you go. Marines taking out a bunch of those Banelings. Like, we'll fight your queens. But then the Lings march in. They've got +1/+1. They are not slouches, but then they all die anyway. These are 1/1 Marines, but they're horribly outnumbered. So now it's time to back it out. This is a great game. It's 78-44 army supply, though, in favor of Clem. So, oh, Banshee, more kills, more kills. 13 kills, Banshee. Dude, the drone kill count here is 27 in the first 10 minutes of the game. That's a lot. That is a big number. Okay, here we go. We got the Hellbats, we got the Marines, we got the tank. Banelings are the answer to this, and there are 16 of them on the way. But, I mean, already a big group here, too. Baneling, bonus damage versus Hellbats and Marines. But they do smash into a siege tank there. Not the greatest use of Banelings, but hey, killing a tank, it always feels pretty good. Well, Link's trying to run into this third base, cause some issues. They force to lift off on the fourth base, which is super annoying. Try to drop it in the main base of Rogue is Clem, but those guys get rebuffed by some queens. Again, having a lot of queens is awesome, but it does take cash to make them. Adrenal coming in from Rogue. He gets a hive and he fires up Adrenal. That's what he does with his hive. Actually, no, that's it. That's all he's done with his hive. He's not getting like an Ultralisk Cavern. He's not like upgrading lurkers or anything. All he's doing is getting Adrenal with his hive. He is a man after my own heart. Ling Bane Queen here with Adrenal. There you go. Firing up the Ultralisk Cavern. You know how Falcon feels about Ultralisks. Not good in the current meta. Rogue knows this. Like, Ultras were pretty bad even before he left and went to military service. Just because, say it with me, ghosts. That's right, because ghosts exist. Ghosts are so good. They nerfed ghosts in the last balance patch, or maybe the one before that. It doesn't really matter, apparently. Apparently, ghosts are still the ultimate answer to anything tier 3. And lurkers, which aren't technically tier 3. But with the upgrade, they're tier 3. With the adaptive talons and seismic spines, technically they are, but you know what I mean. Yeah, just anything big and beefy and expensive, ghosts just counter so friggin' easily. So, Hydroling Bane has been the tech of choice, with Viper support and Infestor support, obviously. Roach Ravagor's been fairly popular too, that's pretty good. Even with Ghosts, Ghosts kind of suck. Like, Ghosts suck when there's a lot of stuff. They're better against expensive, smaller amounts of units. Because Ultras take up a lot of supply and a lot of cash. Same with Brood Lord, same with Lurkers to an extent. Anyway. Clem high grounding it with a 50 supply advantage. 70 supply advantage here. In army supply. That's bonkers. Rogue's got 80 workers, but... Okay, Adrenal's finished. We can finish off tanks pretty quickly. Good Baneling connects there, but is it enough? No. Look at the remaining group of Marines. It is way too strong. Banelings are like, if we can just connect on these guys, we'll be made. We'll be made in the shade, but then they sort of do, but it's not enough damage, and that's a GG. Clem gets the win in game 1 of our sneaky twofer here today between Clem and Rogue. Fantastic, though. Seriously, Clem killed, what, 30 drones in the first 10 minutes? That slows Rogue down a bit. He cancels a hatch. He delays the third. He kills the fourth. He kills it again. Beautiful. Just beautiful play. Banshee got a lot of work done there. 50 Banelings died. Adrenal was just not enough. Just didn't have enough army value. Even if you have a great unit like a Zergling with Adrenal, if you just don't have enough of them, it doesn't really matter. So that's game 1 of the sneaky twofer. Let's head into game number 2. But I mean, what else do you need to know about this one? 15,009 resources lost. I mean, that's a massive disadvantage in only 12 minutes. We had 77 Marines die, but 254 Zerglings die. That's crazy. Only 3 medevacs went down, and there were 5 at the end of the game. So, I mean, that's, 6 tanks died, 5 remaining. Did a pretty good job replacing as this stuff died. Clem had 400 minerals at the end of the game, so did Rogue. But yeah, that's game 1. Let's go to game number 2. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this Patreon matches. Game 2 of the sneaky twofer, where Clem has 1 win and Rogue's got 0. Oh, not 9-0. It's going to be Crimson Court, top right, Clem, bottom left, Rogue. Crimson Court, weird map. These bases on the sides are inaccessible unless you mine out these little walls of minerals or break through these rocks. So, it is basically one narrow passage here from your base to the other player's base. You can take 3 bases fairly easily, but if you want a 4th base without having to go through these minerals or knock down these rocks, this is a high ground base with Vespine gas. You can put tanks down here. You could put tanks down here. There's a wide ramp. It is fairly hard to defend. So we will see. We will see if that comes into effect here. Clem says if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Reaper expand timing. Rogue says if it is broke, don't fix it. Hatch firsting on Crimson Court at 16 supply. Yeah. So yeah, again, if you're watching this in June, I don't know, the second, third week of June 2024, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for being a patron. Oh, actually going hatch pool here. And just patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for as little as $1 a month. That's all it really takes here. Holy early mining, Batman. Rogue wants this access to the top side, maybe this base in particular, really fast. Fair enough, man. I'm not going to say no. It doesn't take that long to mine through. It's just lost mining time. Because this drone is going all the way up here instead of, you know, here. Regardless, if you're watching this after June 2024, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm here 5 to 6 times a week with StarCraft 2 content. Man, holy quick third base. Okay, man, Rogue is going greed right now. 3 bases, sub 2 minutes. I think he's basically reading Clem, maybe going for that fast third again, and he's trying to get out on top of it. So this Reaper's name from Yannick is going to be Fatigue, known for its unparalleled boreness. He doesn't even bother to... That's right, it's Fatigue. The very tired Reaper. So he's going to scout in. Let's see if they scout. I want to know. I want to know what you're thinking. He's like, why are there no lings? Oh, there are lings here. It's like, that's weird. Does he see this is open? I don't think he sees that open, but at the same time, the vision indicates that he knows. Ah, Fatigue! Oh my gosh, Fatigue's alive. I cannot believe he jumped in there. He got a kill. He escaped with all of 6 hit points. What a boss. He hasn't seen the hatch. But if he knows these minerals are mined out, he knows there's a hatch. Like, that's got to be the play, right? It's got to be the read. So third CC does start sub 3 minutes from Clem anyway. God, I want to rewind and see, but... Is he going to check it now? I don't know if he can. Okay, all right, all right. Must know. So, if we go to Clem's vision... Okay, so this is Clem's vision. We're going to, like, ×2 this thing. SCV comes down. Oh, does the SCV pop it? Does he see it? Because that'd be an interesting thing to check. Because, yeah, Zerg players...
Command center upgrade complete.
So he pops in, he looks up here, he sees... Ah, there you go. The SCV saw that it was open. Okay, good job. The Reaper didn't bother scouting it because he knew it was already open. And I think he can basically tell this queen's a little bit late, too. So he's like, yeah, you delayed your queen production to get a fast third up. So tell you what, let's go ahead and toss up a fast third of my own. The Reaper hops down, stays alive, kills a Zergling, yada, yada, yada. We know what's happening to this point. Okay, so let's go ahead and slow it down again. Just going to be Hellions, man. Hellions, Barracks, all sorts of great stuff here. And once again, I think the Reaper does want to pop in there and see if there's actually a hatch, or if maybe it's a mind game situation where Rogue mined through this but didn't actually get a third base. That'd be hilarious. But then why would the queen be so late at the natural, right? That's the logic here. Anyway, Lings are trying to pop up and see what's going on with the Reaper. If he tries to hop up here, he'll die. Metabolic boost is not on the way because we don't have any gas yet, guys. So, gasless opening here from Rogue. When is he going to get the gas? It's got to be Queens, man. The only real answer... Oh, he's getting gas now. The answer to Hellions at this stage has got to be Queens. Lings are not going to help. Slow Lings are not going to help at all. See, and this is where the Reaper's like, you still have slow Lings? You're just getting gas now? I mean, you're dead, but... great stuff. Oh, I think he killed a tumor. I don't think he even killed a Ling. I was all giving him credit for killing a Ling. Nope. It was a creep tumor. I don't know what else it would be for his kill counter to be a 1. Anyway, Starport. So cool. So we got 2-1-1 here. 2 racks, expansion, factory, Starport. Overlord pops in. Like basically sees the 2 racks and says, okay, so this is aggressive. Pretty darn aggressive anyway. And he knows about the third too. So he sees the third. That's actually more important than seeing the 2 racks or anything else, right? He knows this isn't a 2-base, 2-1-1 style attack or anything like that. It's going to show up at a regular time. There's that third base. from the Terrans that they always get. No biggie. Double engineering bay back home from Clem. No real surprise where that's headed. And yeah, Rogue, third base, great. Fourth base, normal timed, I would say. About 4:35, you want to start getting your fourth base if your opponent has a fast third like this. Unless you're planning on just keeping 3 bases. Stop making drones. Go for like a 40 worker. Okay, there's already 60 workers. So, yeah. Okay, fine. Maybe it's like a 63 worker mass roach ravager style attack. You know what shuts down those really easily, though, is like 2 banshees. However, no banshees have been made, and the starport built a reactor, and he's building another reactor. So none of that. Oh, he drops over here. He said, hey, guess what I have? I can fly. I believe I can fly. Completely catches Rogue out of position here, man. He does not know this is a possibility. Oh, gosh. Lings, drones are fighting, friends. The Queens transfusing each other will allow them to survive the onslaught here of the Marines. They try to pick up a couple more drones. 9 drones go down, bringing it to 54 to 54 workers. Even Steven here. My goodness. Still waiting. I mean, Rogue is not interested in a fourth base. He's getting 1-1. He's firing up a billion roaches. Probably going to Ravager a few of these at least, because Mass Roach isn't actually all that good against Terran. You do want some Ravagers, at least maybe to force the Marines to reposition a little bit, to take down siege tanks from a distance, you know. Ravager's good that way. Man, Clem just being so annoying back here. Incredibly annoying. Second factory being built. Okay. So he sniffs this out. He sees these roaches and says, let's get a couple extra tanks out. There you go. Ravager firing up. 2 Ravagers firing up. No. Queen dies. Creep tumor. No. Creep tumor. Get the 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 tumor. He's like, there's a tumor. Crap. The Queens are protecting it. Tumor goes down. He made a mistake there. Should have killed that tumor for free. And the roaches are here, man. So the roaches are here at the third base. The Ravagers have not joined the party yet. I don't know, man. There are 2 tanks back here. Marines whittling down the Roach HP. Siege tanks getting some decent hits up. One of the tanks goes down. Then the Ravagers join the party. Try to get some corrosive vials down to take out medevacs, I guess. I don't know. More roaches from the bottom side. It was a 1-1 timing attack here for our roaches, but 1-1's already done for the Marines. So they're a little bit tankier and a little bit activer maybe than you would think. So technically, this is a win for Rogue, but I don't know. When you just have a handful of roaches remaining, it's not like you have a handful of Marines remaining where everything dies thanks to stim. You're still attacking really slowly. Yeah, no. Siege tank high ground is not getting any shot. There you go. Just barely sneaking into range here. Rogue falls back and says, well, I got a fast third base, went for a 3 base. 50 worker, Roach Ravager all in. Guess what I'm still doing? Making Roaches and Ravagers. Am I going to get a 4th today? Maybe not. Maybe not even close, guys. This is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous stuff, man. I don't know. I don't feel good about this for Rogue. I really don't. It's got a 101 to 77 army supply advantage. The medevac is like, yo. So I noticed you're in the area. Just wanted to say hi. Siege tank getting early shots off again. High ground siege tank, mineral line siege tank, and nope. Absolutely not. This is not working. Roaches, cheap in supply. GG! Not very good when the enemy has siege tanks and 1-1 Marines and medevacs. Just the damage output is not bursty enough or splashy enough to get the win. At this stage, anyway. The earlier the game is, the better it is for you. Anyway. That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. So that is a GG if I've ever seen one, man. 2-0 from Clem in our little sneaky 2 for today, getting the win. Resources lost, 4,000 to 7,800. Almost a 2-to-1 resources lost difference here in favor of Clem. I mean, 55 roaches died. 54 Marines died, but Marines are insanely cheap compared to roaches. Don't cost any gas either. Plus 6 Ravagers went down, only 2 tanks died. Like, this is why. This is why. So, man, Clem, Rogue, again, little off his game, I would say, after getting back from military, but give him a couple more months, he'll be back on his feet. But for now, it's Clem getting that win, looking absolutely fantastic doing it. Gets the 3rd base up, has enough to defend against this 3-base attack anyway. Yeah, crazy stuff. So GG, and that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.